Testing. Welcome to the Crypto Boss channel. I am going to get started here in just a few minutes. Let me get going live on TikTok and then we'll be set. Welcome to the live stream. Hopefully, y'all are having a great weekend. By the way, if you guys don't know, we are going live both Saturday and Mondays at 7 p.m. Central from now on. So that's why it's later. I think this is the first time I've switched the time. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, let me get this set up really quick and then we'll be ready to go. So I am trying something new on the Bitcoin chart. I am trying to, do scalp the 1 minute time frame. So far we're 0 for 1. We'll see what happens with it. I'm using small amounts, just basically paper trading it and see what happens. So anytime that the price gets above the 200-day moving average, which is the yellow line, or sometimes it's red, depending if we're bullish or bearish. If the price is bullish, it will turn yellow. If it's bearish, it'll be red. But anytime it's above the 200-day moving average, you long, and anytime you close one entire candle based on the time frame you're trading, you would go short on it if it's below it. So right here, you would have entered a long. I entered a long right here at 26,844. So basically, I'm at break even right now, and your stop would be right where the 200-day moving average is. So right now, it'd be just around $26,830, and that's where it's at. So you do need the price to go up for a while for you to make some money on it, because it is a trend-based, strategy. So we'll see what happens with it. So far, my trades right now are at break even, and we'll go from there. So if you guys are enjoying this, appreciate it if you hit the likes. I am watching Loom. I do see this possibly going a little bit higher. So this is another trade I'm looking at right now, is a Loom trade. That's kind of like a bull pennant. It's not the most beautiful one, but that is a bull pennant. And Loom could keep going up. Measure move would take you approximately all the way up to basically 45, 46 cents on Loom coin. We'll see what happens, but it's been a hot coin. It's at 5x in the last month. So it's something I would watch out for a possible move. I would say I'm going to set an alert actually on this right now for a breakout trade. If it breaks 35 cents, I would be watching for a move to the upside. Yeah, you could even do 34.8 actually, but that's what I'd be looking at for Loom coin. That's an alert I have set on Loom coin is 35 cents. If it breaks that, I would expect to move possibly as high as 45, 46 cents. But we'll see what happens with that. So let's go over to Bitcoin and get started on what's going on. So right now, Bitcoin is sitting at $26,844, and kind of been sideways for a while. The weekly chart has a little bit more steam on the stock RSI to go. In fact, there's a lot more steam. So Bitcoin on the weekly looks fine to me. Now, Bitcoin on the 3-day chart does not look so good. You have the stock RSI coming to the downside. And your next support to the downside is $26,500. Below that, you could be looking at $25,000. So I'm not super bullish on what I'm seeing on the 3-day chart for Bitcoin. Daily chart does suggest you've already bottomed. But the thing is, the daily chart could make a lower high as long as you stay below 28,600. Technically, that's a lower high in the daily chart. And then the 3-day chart could keep pushing you to the downside. So if Bitcoin does see 25K at some point this month, I would not be surprised at all. It just doesn't look very good to me. And see, right now, you have the smaller time frames not cooperating for a move to the upside on the larger ones. Like the 4-hour chart right now is making a lower high, and this is going to eventually be pushed to the daily time frame, probably making a lower high on the daily for Bitcoin, and eventually that would confirm the 3-day chart is bearish. So every time frame works together in some way. The 1-hour chart right now looks like it could continue to the upside to 27K, but against the weekend, so I don't expect too much volatility. But overall for the month of October, usually Octobers are bullish months. I would not be surprised at all if Bitcoin saw $25,000 at some point in October based on what the 3-day chart is doing. But you have to remember the weekly chart is a bigger time frame than the 3-day, so there's a chance the weekly chart does take off. So. But if Bitcoin cannot hold $26,500, I am looking for $25,976. And if Bitcoin gets above 27,000, then I would be looking for a move to the upside on the macro time frame. So those are the price levels to watch out for right now on Bitcoin. and that's just kind of what we're looking at. So if you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know in the comment section below, and I will look at them. Like I said, Loom is a coin I am watching right now. This is a coin I do want to talk about, so I'm going to make a video about this. Testing. So this is Terra coin. Welcome to the Crypto Boss Ninja channel. Let's look at Terra coin. This is a coin that I could see making a move to the upside. I did just get launched on Mexc a few weeks ago, but the 3-day chart right now isn't a downtrend, so it's not time to enter the trade yet. But when this 3-day chart gets oversold, I would be looking for a move to the upside on Terra coin. So I'm just going to set an alert right now on the stock RSI. So when the stock RSI gets oversold on the 3-day time frame, we can look for a move to the upside. I'd also wait for the bounce on the 3-day chart. The daily chart right now is trying to get the bounce right now. My guess is because the 3-day has to come down, you make a lower high on the daily, but we will see. Right now, you're trying to make kind of like a higher low here, though, at 424 for Terra coin. This is a small market cap coin, just about 16 million last time I checked this morning. So it is something to watch out for. But if you can hold this low at 42, I could see this longer term going higher. So I would kind of look for something like this on Terra coin, make a lower high, but then make a higher low, and you can start to form an uptrend. You get tight in the channel, and then you would move up. So this is what I see for Terra coin. Is I think you're going to make a higher high, something like this, make a channel like that, make a lower high, and that's something like a symmetrical triangle is kind of what I'm looking for on this, and then hopefully move to the upside. So this is just something to have on your watch list. The 4-hour chart is overbought right now, so it's not time to enter long, but this is like a trade I would take on like the 3-day time frame. So it'd be a several week long trade, at least 1 week long, I would say. So right now it's overbought on the 1 hour as well. So if the price makes a higher low on the 3-day time frame, that's when you would get into a long. So that's just something to watch out for. But as long as you can stay above 42, I'm still bullish on Terra long term. And it's pretty much that simple. If you guys enjoyed this quick update, appreciate if you hit the like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. And if you have a request for other altcoins, let me know in the comment section below. This is just one that I'm looking at for a move to the upside on the 3-day time frame longer term. So that's Terra coin, and if there's any requests, let me know in the comment section below. But that's kind of what I'm looking for. So on Bitcoin, longer term, I'm looking for a move possibly as low as $25,000 just based on the 3-day time frame, because I do think that carries a lot of weight. The 3-day time frame only has another day to go, so it has one more day in this candle. But the 3-day time frame right now is at 72, so it is technically still overbought again for Bitcoin. So again, I think the 3-day chart can dump you at least shorter term. And then weekly chart probably sometime next month would take off. But we'll see what happens. Anything is possible. I'm just bearish right now for the Bitcoin chart. So based on the 3-day time frame, I do think that's going to dump you. Hopefully it doesn't for the bulls. But I don't see Bitcoin going below $25,000 again. But anything's possible. So that's my opinion based on the charts, and that's what I believe will happen. If you guys have requests for other altcoins, let me know in the comment section below, and I will look at them. But so far, I don't have any requests, and I don't know, it's really dead tonight. But Big Time Coin was another hot coin on Mexc for a long time. Oh, I want to look at one more thing before we keep looking at Big Time Coin, is the Fear and Greed Index. What is that at? Fear and Greed Index right now is at 45, so we're back in fear on that. So that is something to be. That's interesting. Usually when Bitcoin corrects, that's what happens. All right, so the Big Time Coin right now is in a rising wedge. I am actually looking. Can you guys see that? No. I'm looking right now for Big Time Coin to make a lower high. The higher time frames, I think. We'll look at the higher time frames. What time frame do we have data for? The highest time frame we have data for is a 4-hour chart. So 4-hour chart looks good to me. I see this as a bull flag here. You could honestly even say it's a falling wedge that you're trying to break out of right now. So actually, I am bullish based on what I'm seeing on Big Time Coin longer term for another move higher. This is a gaming coin, so it is a pretty hot coin right now, and I think gaming coins are coming back. But that could take you up to 50 cents. And it looks like it's starting to break out right now. So let's go to the 1-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame, trying to make a higher low. I might actually take a long on this. But 1-hour time frame is trying to make a higher low right now for Big Time Coin. And let's look at the 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame is in a rising wedge. So I'd be cautious about the 15-minute, but the 1 hour chart is looking good to me. It's above the 21-day moving average, or right on it. So, and it's above the 21-day moving average on the 4 hour time frame as well. So I'd be watching this, but shorter small time frames, I would be watching this rising wedge. This could dump you back down to where you came from, which would take you back to the support at 21 cents. And if you could hold 21 cents though and get double bottom there, then I could be looking for a longer term trade on this on the 4 hour time frame. But to me, this looks good longer term on the 4 hour time frame. 15-minute chart doesn't look so good, but sometime in the next week, I would not be surprised if this goes up to 50 cents and doubles. So it's something to watch out for, and we'll see what happens. But small time frames do want to say you probably see 21 cents again for possible double bottom, or you could break that low and go down to 18 cents, which is the next support for big time coin. It's just something I'm looking out for on that. Well, guys, if there's no requests, I'm going to make this a pretty quick stream, and I'll be back live in 2 days on Monday. Maybe there'll be more people live during the weekday. I don't know. But there's no requests. I don't know what else to talk about. Those are the things I'm watching out for the markets. That's what I believe Bitcoin will do, and those are the altcoins I'm watching out for is Big Time Coin and Terra Coin, and as well as another coin that I was interested in was BLZ. I believe BLZ will probably bottom out, and you could take a long trade on that on the 3-day chart, which has bottomed out here after you got a nice dump. Or I would also be watching for the weekly time frame to bottom out, which will probably take quite a bit longer. But right now that stock RSI is at 66. That might be another month before this becomes a good trade, but it's something I'm watching for really early in advance. So with that being said, that's all I got. Uh-oh, Bitcoin just dumped here, so that's not good for my trade because I was long on Bitcoin. I'm going to probably enter short now, just trying to test this strategy that I'm using. Technically, I should be entering the short right now, so I got to wrap things up. I will be back live Monday, 8 p.m. Central Time. Until then, trade safe and have a great week, and I'll see you guys in 2 days. I'm going to go enter the short right now for Bitcoin, just testing it. Well, now you're back above it. Now I can't short it. I can't short that because the 1 minute chart just got back above the 200-day moving average. So if this doesn't work in the smaller time frames, I might try like a slightly higher time frame, like the 5 minute. And the 5 minute would, maybe I should just trade the 5 minute. The 5 minute you would have entered right here at 26,876, and you'd be in the money right now. You almost would have been stopped out there, but you wouldn't have been stopped out if you would have been fine. As long as your stop loss is the red line or higher, you would have been fine. And then, yeah, you would still be in. And now your stop loss, if you enter at 26,876, if you did on the 5 minute time frame, your stop loss would be 26. You'd be in the profit by like $10 with where your stop would be. So that's something interesting. It's something I'm just trying out. I might not want to stare at the charts all day, so I might just do the 5 minute time frame. It's probably more profitable anyway because you get bigger moves that way. But we'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know what I think about this. I'm just testing it right now. But right now I can't have entered a short because you want to know I wait for one full candle to close above or below it, and then if you do, then you long or short based on that. And you never technically closed one entire. You were really close. You were seconds away, but now you're back above it. So now this candle, I think this candle would be completely above it, and you could long this. But you're also short term now getting rejected off the 21-day moving average, which is at 26,838. So I like to see you break that and go at least $1 higher before I would even want to touch a long. So you got 30 seconds to decide what Bitcoin wants to do. But anyways, that's my strategy. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you hit the like button, and I'll see you guys on Monday for our next live. See, just like that, you got rejected. This orange line is a 21-day moving average, and I know you're trying the 1 minute time frame, but right now you're getting rejected off of that. You're getting tight. I probably would expect a dump here for Bitcoin. It looks like there's not much holding you up, and the higher time frames, like I've said, don't look bullish to me. So I would be looking for a move to the downside on Bitcoin, but we'll see what happens. 1 minute's also about to make a lower high on the stock RSI, so if anything, a short's probably about to be in play on the 1 minute chart. But I usually don't trade the 1 minute chart, but I just want to try it, for fun. So with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys in the next live stream, and yeah. So now it looks like you're gonna dump. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna wait 30 more seconds and see what happens. I really see this coming to the downside for Bitcoin. I don't know where's everyone at? Guys, also, if you guys are rewatching this, make sure you join our Telegram group. It is free to join. I'm trying to get that more active. Last bull run, it was really active. So I'm trying to get that more active. Link to join that is in my description and on YouTube. I told you I think we're going down because you got rejected off the 21-day moving average, but you still haven't closed one entire candle below the yellow line, so you can't really enter a short unless, and even this candle's in the candle, so you have to wait for the next one. So you have to wait at least 2 more minutes before you enter a short, but this does look like a short that is about to play out. You could have entered prematurely, it's just higher risk. I guess you could have entered a short here and just had your stop at 840, and that would have, you could have totally done that, I suppose, but that's not really what my strategy is. And I believe you keep going lower here, but now if you hold this level, that's technically a double bottom. I do believe you're going to dump here, though. We'll see if I'm right or not. I really, it just doesn't look very good to me for a move to the upside. But we'll see what happens. I'm just going to keep watching this for fun. See, people are you're trying to hold the double bottom here at 26,827. So if you break 827, I expect another few dollar candle move to the downside. It's kind of fun to trade the 1 minute time frame with so I'm only using $25 on 160x leverage. So technically the trade's worth $4,000. I'm not in a trade right now, but if I was, that's what I traded with. Always $25. Just testing out. If it's really profitable, I'll add more to it after testing it for a while. But right now I'm just doing. We're 0 for 1 so far, so I just started trying it today. And then I was actually no, I take that back. We're 0 for 2 because I entered a long here at 27,000. And then now we're, if anything, on the larger time frame, not the larger time frames, but you're making a rounded top here now in the 1 minute time frame. So I really expect you probably to make a move as low as where this wick was, if not lower, make a lower low, because I think the larger time frames are bearish. So 26,774 is probably it's probably going to dump another $50 here in the next hour. We'll see what happens. But yeah, the 15-minute chart being overbought, I would expect a dump here for Bitcoin. We'll see what happens. But like I said, I would, in the 5-minute chart, you'd be in the money right now on this new strategy that I'm using. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap things up, but it's something to watch out for. I thought it has indecision right here at 26,830. He doesn't want to decide what it wants to do. Maybe now you're getting rejected off the 200-day moving average on the 1 minute time frame. You never know. How's it going, Kelsey? I'm just trying this new strategy. We'll see what happens with it. I was just about to leave, but if you close one entire candle below the 200 moving average, that's when I would open up a short. Now you could do this on any time frame: 1 minute time frame, 5 minute time frame, 15-minute time frame, 1 hour, 4 hour. It works really well with the 200-day moving average. But if you're doing it on the 1 minute, okay. So I think you just closed one entire. You did not touch that yellow line. So right now you'd enter the short at $26,828, and your stop loss could really be $26,832. That's a tight stop. If you try the 1 minute time frame, you should be having a tight stop loss. So that would be my strategy. That's all I got for you guys. I'll see you guys on Monday in 2 days for our next live stream. See you guys on Monday.